Okay, good morning again and welcome. Uh, Hi, Emily. Yes, I can email you that later. Good morning and welcome to Prospect CRM Part 2 again, if you just joined us. And today, the topic that we're going to talk about includes how we can personalize your email signature so that when we send out those email campaigns, it will have your email signature on them. Then we're going to create a text template. The text template is so that you don't have to keep recomposing the same message over and over again. For example, when you want to congratulate somebody, for purchasing a property, you can customize or take one that exists, customize it with your own message, and then after you're done, you can keep reusing it over and over again. This way, you don't have to create a new message every time. I'm not a fan of composing because sometimes you can compose a beautiful message, you send it, you forget, and then later, oh well, what happened to that message? Now you have to dig it up somewhere. Where is it? So that's why the template is there for you to resend the same message over and over again. Reusable messages. When we're done with that, we'll tell you how we can send it using we'll create an email campaign, and we're going to use that template to send the message. When we're done with that, we're going to talk about sending virtual cards. Virtual cards, you can send them for holidays, you can send them for appointments, you can send many reasons. You just listed a property, you want to let all your buyers or investors know that you just listed this property, and you can send them a virtual card. In addition to sending virtual cards, what you can do also is program the system to use an action plan to automatically automate communication, to automatically send them, say, their birthday cards. Sorry, their birthday cards, and or you can do specific holidays. I'm going to show you how we can create one for the next holiday coming up. We're going to create one for Halloween. You don't have to celebrate Halloween, but that's a cool one to send to people, All right. And remember, if you have trouble using the program, you learned something from this class, you forgot how to do something, you have the tech support number, which is right here. It is 888-765-9223. This phone number is also located when you click on help on the top. There's a little question mark. You can click that and then contact us. Or about us. It's also in about us. Okay, let's open up a new tab. And this is Google Chrome, in case you're not familiar with this browser. So on the address on top here, the address bar, I'm just typing the URL, which is las.mlsmatrix.com. And it looks like here we have a new login page, as you can see. They just updated this morning, so we have to type in our username and password. When you're done entering it, click login, enter your public and private ID. And here we are on the single sign-on page. From the single sign-on page, the first row, remember, the third one is prospects, the red arrow. And then you have a bunch of other programs you can use. So prospects. Okay, here we are. And from prospects, the first place I want to take you is to set up the your email signature. But before we even do the email signatures, if you also want to include photos in your email signature, we're going to talk about that first. Even though I covered that in my previous class, I'm going to talk about it again here. First, on the top right, once you open up Prospect CRM, click the little wheel up here, the configuration. Once you click configuration, from here, if you have not added, say, your photo or your company logo, and you want to put that in your email signature, do that first. So the first place, instead of the email signature, I'm going to take you is customization. Go to customization. When you click it, this opens up. Once you're here, go to the tab that says images management. click that. Scroll down. I'm not using this. Well, I'm using this photo, but I need to make sure it's in my library in here. So to add photos to this library, you click choose. It's like browse. Choose is like browse. Find where are those photos in your computer. I'm in my pictures folder. So this is where my photos are located. Simply to upload a photo, click it. So it has my name, Cat, open, and that's how you upload your photos. It accepts JPEG, PNG files. I'm sure you also accept bitmaps too, but bitmaps are a lot bigger, you know, the size, but JPEGs and PNGs are not as big. You see, they're kilobytes. So it's good to email, you know, it doesn't take up a lot of space. All right. So click the photo, click open. Again, that's how you upload photos first. Once your pictures are in here, I want to use them in my email signature now. So I'm going, after you're done here, by the way, under images management, when you're done uploading, you can X out. Just click the X on the top right. Once you're X out, go to email, sorry. And the emails, this is where you click here on the top where it says modify email signature. And then it says here, add my signature to all outgoing emails. And as you can see here, I have something simple already in here. Let me take out the whole thing. Let's create something from scratch. Backspace. Backspace. Okay, I have nothing now. Oh, this is just like Microsoft Word. This should be nothing new. To get started, you select the font type or font size. You know, it's already set up for you, but these are the font. I'm using the default. Okay, and these are the font types you can use. The size. So if you want to make it large, the font, you know, your size. Next is the bold, italic, underline, strike through, just like Microsoft Office. You have the color, the font color, text color, the background color, left, align left, center, right. Then you have the justify, you have the numbering, bulleting, indentations. You can create a table, create a link so people can click on links to take them to either a website or email you something. You know, that's the links you can create. You have the source codes if you want to put in like an HTML code. If you'd like to play with that, go ahead. And well, this is just about CK editor, you know, the name of this program. But the last part is the photos. Remember, I told you how to add the photos. Now, this is where you can insert them. If you don't see this option here, it's because you have not added the photos like I showed you earlier. So make sure you add the photos first. If not, you can't use them, but you can still add them afterwards. It's not like, oh, once you do it, you can never come back. You know, you can always fix it, make it look better, replace photos. If you have outdated photos, update the photos, you know, come back here. Okay, so I'm just going to do something simple. Type my name. It's bold, remember, that's why it looks so dark. Oh, my Cat. So, and then below I can put Las Vegas. And then down here I can insert my logo. So I just type in my first name, my full name, my company name, and then now you see where the insertion point is, the little blinker, the cursor. So this is where I want to insert my photo, my company logo. So over here where it says insert prospect image, I have a small logo and a vertical. You see, those were already in there. I told you how to add them earlier. So I'm just going to use a small one. But the small one doesn't look very small, does it? It's taking up pretty much my entire box. So when you're done selecting it, if this is too big, on the bottom right, you see when I put my mouse on the bottom right of the photo, it turns into a double arrow. So I'm not touching the mouse right now. So it turns into a double arrow. Then you hold the left click down and drag it in to make it smaller. Hold the left click down, drag it in, or drag it to the left. Better. Okay, there you go. So there's my company logo. What do I want to put underneath it? Enter. And down here, I want to include, you can put in like your company office address. You can put 6360 South Rainbow Boulevard. Las Vegas. NV. Put in the address, direct phone number, 702-784-5050, and email. Okay, so that's my actual email. So you see, I have just typed in the information, and now you can resize it, make it look better. You know, you decide how you can do that. But since I already have LV Realtors as my logo, Las Vegas Realtors, I can take out the office name. I don't need that. They already can see that on my logo. So backspace, backspace. This should be good enough. Now let's make my name a little bigger. So I'm just simply going to highlight my name and then change the size. Let's make it 18. Boom, big. There you go. You can also make it italic, highlight it, make it italic. So, and then the rest below, you can leave it bold, or you can take, if you don't like bold, you can unclick it and it turns it into normal. Okay. Now, as far as the email, this is just an email. So people can copy it, paste it, you know, they can use that. Or you can also make it a link so that people can just click and boom, it opens up whatever they use for their default email program, and then just type in a message and send it to you directly. Simple as that. So I can do that by to create that, to make this a link. I'm going to highlight my email address. I simply highlighted it. Right click, copy. I'm copying my email address. Okay, or you can do Control C after you highlight if you're one of those experts who know all your control keys. So copy and then go up here. You see, still highlighted my email address because I'm converting that entire email into a link. So click the link button. So I'm displaying the text. If you forgot to copy it, you can copy it here also. You can highlight and copy it, the email address. But that's an email address. That's not a URL. URL is a web address. So this is not a web address. Click the drop down, switch it over to email. So take your time, you know, go one line by line. So again, the email I want them to send it to is this one, right? So that's why I copied it earlier. So I can paste it, right click and paste, or Control V. As you can see, these are the control keys. It even tells you how to do it. All right, so now message subject, you can put in a message. Okay, need not I need, but real estate help. So you see, I automatically put in a message that subject, so that when they send it to me, I know where this kind of came from. You know, from my subjects, I'm like, oh, somebody needs my advice. Okay, and you can then in the message body, you can type in some information, like you can ask them, okay, are you planning to buy or sell? You know, you need to know that, right? This way, you know, like, okay, before they start their story, you know what they want, right? Or which side they're doing. Okay, I am. Let's ask that question. Let's not type in the sentence. Are you buying or selling? Simply type in boom, and then they can type in the answer at the end. And then you can put in, you know, other information in there. You can ask questions, okay, and so on. And then or you can help them start by, I need help with, and then they can type, what do you need help with? So yeah, so you can customize the messages by inserting subject. You can insert the message in for so this way you get started quickly. Click OK. There you go. So that's the link. So now you see it turned it from regular text. Now it colored it to a light blue and it's underlined. So people know that's a link and they can click it, and then boom, it opens up that message with that subject and that question. That's it. When we're finished, we click save and close. And that's my email signature. So you need to create this before we do the templates, because I'm going to be using this signature for my templates also. The next part here on the left, you see modify email list. This is the part where you can edit the email. So when you click modify email list, here's my default. It uses the association, what my information from the association. It has my email address. It has my name. So you see, it has my name with Kat in here. So let me double click that and let me show you what you can edit. Like here, you see, it has my name, my full name, and I like to include the part where it says Kat, so people know who this is, right? Because I had realtors who tell me that they only want to use their nickname, but the MLS doesn't let them do that or let you do that, because it uses the name that comes from membership. But here, this system lets you, like if I just want to say Kat Yi and without the Catalino, you can, so that when they receive emails, they'll know, oh, this is Kat Yi. And also, that's why you have this check. You see, when it says use name from the board, it doesn't have the Kat part. So let me uncheck it. And this is where you can edit it. Kat. All right. And the last part is the email. So I'm using the same email from the association that is in my membership record. That's why I use my board email is checked. But if you want to use a different email, you can uncheck this and then type in the email. So this way, when you send it to them and they reply back to you, you know which email to check and which they're replying back to. But then, you have to manage too many emails, which I don't think many people are good at. I'm not. I'll tell you that right now. Save and close when you're done. And again, that's all you can edit. You can edit your default, your signature here. When you're finished, simply click save and close, and we're done here. All right, next part. Once you have your email signature, we're going to talk about creating templates. The templates is so that you don't have to rewrite the same message over and over again or recompose it, because a lot of times, you just want to do it quicker, right? So to the left on this list right here, you see the one that has the little, like a little paper with the letter A on it. And when you hover your mouse, it says text template. I'm going to click that. So this is where we are right now. We just went out of configuration where we just were. So I just click text template. So these are templates on this list right here. Do you see? It even tells you they have even created categories for you to know, okay, for a buyer, you can use these templates. For sellers, you can use these templates. And you have closing checklist, prospect plan, you have created. Well, this is I created this one called created by me. So this way I know which ones are my templates. But this one is optional. I don't have to create my own category for this. You have holidays, messages, you can send them, which is coming soon, right? 2021 is almost over. Prospecting, sellers. So you have a bunch of categories you can use. And inside each category, you have the type of messages, the template name. So let's say that I like to take the one that says congratulations, and I want to make it my own with my own message. So you can take one of these templates. It's faster, it's easier. You don't have to create something from scratch. But if you feel like creating something from scratch, click add. Okay, then you have to start from scratch. Hello, well, hi Mark, do you have a question? If you do, to text templates right here on the left-hand side, right here, where you have all these options, text template, okay? No problem. Ask now or forever hold your peace. Hi, Linda. Yes, I am recording this section actually. Yes. Okay, and I'm going to add your email. Okay, I still have you on my previous class, so I have not sent those out yet because I want to, like this one, I just want to re-record it. Okay, so again, here's where we are. So I want to take this one, the congratulations number 2, double click it. I just double clicked it and this Windows opens up. From here, this one, I can, type whatever, but the this message, I want to copy this template. I don't want to mess with this one. I want to keep it but I want to go here, action, copy this template. This is the delete. So be careful. If you delete this, you're deleting it from here and you lose it. So instead of losing it, I rather go to action, copy the template. So this way it keeps this one in case I want to use it. It asks me, do you want to save the modified fields? Template content. Oh, because I was messing with it. No. All right. So now it brings up this, it just flashed with this new box. You see, now I have 2 congratulations number 2. So I don't want to call it congratulations number 2 twice, right? So I can call it congratulations by Cap. My template, right? So that's how I know it's mine. This one is also going to be stored under the buyer category, this right here. But if you want to create your own category, remember you have the edit button here that allows you to create or manage. Okay. The language English subject, it will say congratulations with an exclamation. All right. So there you go. So just go line by line. Don't rush through it. But if you miss something, you can always come back, fix it, and then resave it. Okay. All right. Here's the greeting. The letter greet is like dear Mr. or dear so and so. So I don't want to use that. Now you see why I want to customize my template. So I don't want to just congratulate one person. It makes no sense. I want to congratulate the entire family, for example. So backspace, take out that greeting. So I want to say congratulations. Now I want to use the last name of the family, right? So over here, you see, remember what I just went through earlier with the email template? Same here. It's just like Microsoft Word. Font type, font size, bold, italic, strike, underline, strike through. If you have the color, text color, or font color, background color, left, center, right. This is just justify, numbering, bulleting, indentations, table, link, source, and the question mark. That part is all the same, right? Nothing new here. But down here, you see where it says insert prospects image. Let's see if you have a photo of your client. Okay, you can insert their image. No, not your client. Sorry, this is from the photos we just inserted. Like, you remember I inserted my company logo right here. My company logo, my photo. I can include my photos on these messages if I want. Okay, and the logo. All right, then you have the add contact information. And this is where I can take the contacts, first name, last name, click the drop down here and look. So I want to congratulate the family by last name, right? The whole family, I'm sure most of them share their same last name. So congratulations. You see where the insertion point is right now? I want to put after congratulations, the family last name. Click the drop down, click last name, you see, and now it inserts last name. And then after last name, I'll put family, exclamation. So I want to say congratulations, Johnson family, for purchasing a brand new property, right? Or for purchasing your first new home, or, congratulations for buying a property. So I'm congratulating the family. So last name, family. So again, this is the contact information. So I'm sure all of you put in the last name of your contacts, but if you put in the last name, something fake, that will come up here as the fake last name. Okay. But look, this is all the information that comes from your contact that you entered in the when you enter the contacts. Next is listing information, but you can include the listing information. Is a cool thing is if you want to include the address, on your purchase of property, but they should know that. I'm not gonna, but if you want to, here it is. Here's the address in case you want to mention the address that they bought, in here. Okay, so that's listing information, but you need to associate the listing with the client. I'm going to show you how to do that, which I didn't in the previous class. And then there's other fields. The other fields is the signature. Remember, I created that signature with you guys earlier. So, oops, I accidentally deleted it, right? Things happen sometimes when you're editing, right? So here's the insertion point again. If I accidentally deleted my signature, I can go up here, insert other fields, go to mailing signature, and reinsert it. Okay? And then there's the preview button. So if after all the things you have done, preview, see if it looks good. I know it looks good. So the other thing you can do also is, don't forget, you can edit this message. Like, if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to contact me. And instead of saying that, I can write my message, say, if you need any assistance, you need Andy, any assistance with remodeling, for example, free to contact me for a list of contractors, plumbers, electricians. Okay, or carpenters. Blah blah blah, or more, or that's all I can think of. But if you have more, listed here. So there you go. See, you can customize this message. When you're finished customizing it, for some reason this is blocking me. Simply click save and close, and we're out of here. Okay, before I move on, okay, you're welcome, Linda. Hi, Elena. Let's see. Good morning. Please send me the recording. Oh, sure, no problem. So here we go. So again, I've just customized this message. If you click save, it won't close this window, but if you click save and close, we're back here again. So where's my message? It's not here. Simply refresh your screen and you'll see it. Don't forget that. So I'm going to hit refresh up here. Continue. Blink. And here is congratulations by Kat right here, because it puts it alphabetically here. You see that? So here's my new message. All right. So let's say that I just did a deal. Not just one. Let's say I just sold 3 houses. That's awesome. Selling 3 houses, right? And I want to congratulate all 3 families simultaneously. So let's go to contacts. That's where we're going. And then I am going to select the people who just bought a house. So it's just selected Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, and Bruce Willis. So after I select them, I want to congratulate these 3 people, right? Using that message I just created. So after you select them, go to action, send an email campaign. This is where we're going. Send an email campaign. And you notice there's no subject, there's no message, but I have templates I can use. Click the drop down. And the one I created was called Congratulations by Kat. Don't worry, they will not see Congratulations by Kat anywhere. This is just my template name, so I can recognize which one to use and when. So I'm going to click Congratulations by Kat, and then they will see the subject. On the subject, when they receive this email, you'll say congratulations, and then below they will see the message, or when they open up the email, congratulations so and so family. I would like to congratulate you on the purchase of your new home. Blah 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 blah. All right. When you're finished here, click next. By the way, this is, you see grayed out. But if you want to edit something, you click the edit button and you'll be able to edit it. But the message is good to me. So let me click next. These are the recipients again. In case you miss somebody, you can add. If you decide not to send it to one of these three, simply click the minus to remove them. So click next when you're finished revising this list. Okay, so like for example, you see, this is the preview where we can review, make sure, you see, here's my signature. Remember what we created? So this is actually how they'll see it when I send it to them. They won't say, see, congratulations, last name, you know, or contact last name. So when Fred Flintstone gets it, he'll see, congratulations, Flintstone family. So, and you can review the Rubble. You'll say Barney Rubble. So when Barney receives it, you'll say, congratulations, Rubble family. So there you go. Okay, and then your signature is below. And then they'll receive the message that you composed. Or you could have changed the entire message if you wanted. All right, so again, this is where you can review. Oh, if you forgot to add somebody, don't forget, you can always return back to previous, add somebody else, or remove somebody. We're happy, we're good, everything looks good here. We click next. So I want to send the email right now. Simply click send now. Boom, you're done. Okay, so there you go. So that's how we create the template here. Then you go to contacts, select who you want to send that message to, action, email campaign, and use the template that you created. Okay, that's that. Next part I want to show you is pretty cool. It's called sending virtual cards. The virtual cards allows you to, it's great for holidays, birthdays. It's great for when you list a property, you know, you want to show them the property. Actually, let me find the property. That'd be a good thing. Show you how to do that. Let me pull up the MLS. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me just pull up a listing. I don't have any listings. That's why I have to find it in the MLS. Okay. Oh, kick me out. Turn back here. Okay, let's find a pretty house. Okay, this looks pretty. Okay, so let's say I just listed a property. I want to send this virtual card to a group of my buyers or investors. So I just go to contacts. I can find my buyers, remember, by keyword. So I click the drop down, find my buyers or investors, you know, search, and here are my buyers. So from this group, I want to send it to everybody here. I select them all on top left. I have 18 people selected. And then from here, I'm going to action, send a virtual card, the third one down. The first one that comes up is birthday, because that's the default. But if I want to send them my new listing, look, listing new right here, click that. And then you can choose one of these templates, one of these virtual card templates. So let's use, I'm torn between, let's use this one. Let's use this one. Click it, click next. Okay, so here's on this part, it asks which listing do I want to send them. So click on the little book to the right. You could type in the address, but I want to show it to you from the book method. So do you see where it says search in? Click the drop down, and then if you're the one who listed the properties, search in my listings. When you click search in my listings, click search, and it will show up right here. Simply when it shows, select, and then click select. That's how you do that. I don't have listings, but I'm going to show you one I'm going to take from the MLS. I'm just going to type in the MLS number, 233-3200. So I just type in the listing number, pretending this is mine. Is it giving me problems? What's going on? Oh, everything looks good. It's correct. 2333 200. Unless they turned off the IDX. I should be able to get it. Well, no, if not, let's try a different one. Unless they're, let's try this one. 2332376. Search. There you go. So it's supposed to just simply, all you have to do is type it and then search. But if you just listed it, it can take up to an hour. Maybe that other listing has been, they just entered it. That's how fresh that listing is, because the IDX or the data feed can take up to an hour. Then after you enter the you select the listing and click select, like I said. After you do that, here is that property, and then here's my send as Catalina new on the market. That'll be the subject, and in the message I can type in here. Let me see, what information does this have? Oh, it's a 2-bedroom. So this house features 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 1 3/4 bath, where is this located? Let's see. In Concord Village. Things like that. You can type in there, features beautiful mountain views, whatever. If they have views, you want to point those out, or get something out of the remarks, see what's so great about this property, right? So there you go. So I put in here some information so people know what it has. When you're done, simply click next. And then here are my recipients. Everybody looks good. Click next. Here's the card. This is the preview on the next one. There we go. So you'll say new on the market. And then here's the address. Here's the list price. And then I put here, just listed. This house features 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 1 3/4 bath in Concord Village. And it also tells them, I don't know how come the bath didn't come up, but you see that now there you go. People are like, oh, this house has no bathroom, but I put it up here. At least they can see that. Click next. All right, so after I click next, this is the part you just click send right now, send now, and boom, they will get that virtual card. So this is where you can do that. Okay, I got you, Lanny. Okay, so that's how you can send those virtual cards. So, but let me show you the list of virtual cards you have. When you go to action, send a virtual card, look at the categories. I kind of went by this kind of quick. You have appointments, so you can send them a reminder if you have an appointment with somebody to, hey, don't forget tomorrow 10 a.m. Birthdays, as you have here, new listings. So this is the one that I just showed you. So if you listed something new, or if you plan to schedule an open house, you can send it to your group of buyers or investors. Price drop, sold, when you sell a property. Next, you have the 4th of July. This is, well, this already passed. Easter, Father's Day, Halloween. This is the one I'm going to create for you with you guys, so you guys can see how you can create an automatic one that can be sent yearly automatically. And there's holiday season, and holiday covers all the holidays, so this way you don't have to worry if somebody's Jewish or Christian or Catholic. Christian, Catholic, same, Jesus. Mother's Day you have here. You have Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. So these are holidays right here. And then you have evaluation. Hello, congratulations on a transaction. See, you can even use a virtual card. Thank you. And then there is the transaction anniversary. So you have plenty of options. And when you click on one of these, like Halloween, for example, there's only 2 templates for you to use, but you can do 1 year, next year, 1 year, alternate them. So this way they don't feel like they're getting the same one all the time. But when it comes to holidays, you have a few more holiday season. In the holiday season is you have the happy holidays, you have the Hanukkah for specific, Jewish. Then you also have the Christmas. Oh, by the way, there's also New Year's. So if you want to do New Year's, it's under holiday. Happy New Year. Okay, and Merry Christmas. Okay, so those are your options for the virtual cards. Next is, now I'm going to show you how you can set it up for Halloween, upcoming Halloween. So now the first thing is, when I open up a contact or one of my clients, there is a tab up here called important dates. Under important dates, it's good to label them so you know which one is for when. Obviously, Halloween always lands on October 31st. So, but the holidays that I'm using, if you notice, I'm using holidays that land on that specific date. So this way, I don't have to, because Father's Day or which other, Thanksgiving, those don't always land on the same day. So that's why I don't use those. But New Year's always lands on January 1st. July 4th always lands on July 4th. Halloween always lands on October 31st. So those are the days that I like to use to automatically send them, So, and to set it up, you need to rename them first. Rename, create one, because if not, you don't want to leave the name additional important date 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see, additional important date 1, 2, 3, and 4. I renamed them. And in case you forgot that part, how I did that, to rename those, you go up here to configuration. I go to contacts, and then I go to additional fields. So configuration, contacts, additional fields, and under additional important date 1, important date 2, and important date, here's where you rename them. And you get up to 4 dates. So you choose which holidays you like. Okay, if you feel Halloween is not that big of a deal, do use a different one. So, but I'm doing Halloween because it's the next one coming up, and I'll do it until next month. So name it, save and close. Now, when I go back to my contacts, now you know how I created those. So I want to select them all, right? Let me tell you what I'm doing now. I want to go into important date, and you notice I want what's missing here? The date. I need to make sure that they have that date in there, October 31st. So I don't want to edit one at a time. Remember, there's global edit. Don't forget that. So I just selected all 20 of my contacts. I'm going to action. I'm going into global edit. So I don't have to edit one at a time. I am going up to the important dates tab. I'm doing Halloween. So I'll check Halloween, and Halloween lands next month on the 31st. So they'll get it Sunday. You see that? Saturdays. Saturday, Sunday, they get it Sunday. So then this is annually. So check this box, annually, add in the calendar every year for all these folks. So there you go. And then when you're finished, click modify. And then it tells me, are you sure you want to do this? Click yes. It's loading, it's thinking. There we go. So now everybody has Halloween. Okay. By the way, if you want to add those dates in here, you see the button on the top right, you click this and you can select which column you want to add. Like I have July 4th, birthday. You see all of these are what columns you can add here. Halloween is also here, by the way. I have it checked. So if I want to add July 4th here, so I will know, oh, who I've added and who have I not added into July 4th. Check this, or birthdays. You see, if you're sending them a birthday card, you might want to know if you have entered their birthday. That's kind of important. All right, so click save after you add it, and now you see July 4th is here. And then to organize it, if I want to put Halloween after sales stage, simply drag it over. So that's how you can organize that. If I don't want one of these columns, click here, unselect it. Like I don't want July 4th anymore. Unselect that, click save, and now it's gone. So that's how you can add edit columns, okay? All right, so I've added Halloween. I entered October 31st for all of them. So that part is done. Now we're going to create an action plan now, so that I can have the system automatically send them on October 31st for the next 5 years. I'm not going to do 5 years. I'm just going to do a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. So you can see how this can be created. And I'm going to show you how you can cheat. Okay, so let's go to the left where it says action plans now. Okay, so make sure that your contacts have those dates in their under their information. Here we are. Now, what I'm going to show you is the trick on how to take what they created and how they created it. So this way you can, in case you run into any problems, you know how they did that. Because what they did here, they created the birthday card. You see, send birthday card for the next 25 years. You see that? I'm going to take that same template, that send birthday card, and I'm going to turn it into Halloween. So let's see how they did that first. I'm going to double click here so you can see it. And you see it starts birthday. This is the first time they send it. And then after that, the next year, the year after, and so on for the next 25 years. So if you create this, you have to create it 25 times, okay, for 25 years. Okay. Then let me show you how they created. The first one, double click. So when you double click it, it tells you, you see, they activity name, happy birthday, assigned to be determined. And then over here, they did on an important date. So the first year is 0 years after, and then they selected birthday. So this is where we're going to select Halloween. And then check the box from action plan start year, send automatically on the activity date. You see, they have that checked. And then close the window. Okay. Before I close it, let's go back. Let's go back further. So you see previous. Did they put any messages? No, they didn't. To be determined. Happy birthday. On the previous one, it shows you even which card they're using for the first birthday card. You see. All right. So you see how they created it. And then the following year, this one is a little different. The following year, let me double click year 1. So instead of 0 years, the only difference is 1 year after and then Halloween. So everything else is the same, except this becomes 1 year, and then the following year will be 2 year, 3 year, and so on. Okay. And this, when I go back and back previous, you see, and on the second year, on their second birthday, you see that, you notice here, they use a different card. Otherwise, they don't want to see the same card over and over again, right? All right. So that's how you can see how they did that. Now, let's create one. So to create one, we start from scratch. Add. Let's call this Halloween. Template name. Name it first. Now I'm going to add the activities one at a time. So I'm going to go to plus virtual card. This is not birthday, so let's jump to Halloween. Okay, so find the correct category, click it. So the first year, I'm going to send this one. Click that. Click next. Okay, you don't have to do anything here. Next. And this is the part where you have to just simply on an important date, remember, on an important date, 0 years after Halloween. Okay, and then check the box from action plan start year and check this box, send automatically. And this system will send them automatically. All you need to apply this. You still have to apply the plan. Just because you did this, you're not finished. Okay. All right. So add and close. So this is the first year, this year, actually. Now, the next year, click the plus again, virtual card. Click here, Halloween again. This time I'm going to use this template. Click next. Same here, click next. And then again, on an important date, this is 1 year after Halloween. So these are the dates. That's why you see I renamed it to Halloween, so you know which one is the Halloween date. All right, check this box, check this box. Oh, assigned to be determined, by the way, TBD. Add and close. So double click, to be determined, add and close. Okay, so again, let's do one more. So again, I have this year, next year, and then in 2023, we'll do 3 years. So again, virtual card. Over here, Halloween. Back to this one. Next. Happy Halloween. Next. To be determined. On an important date. This is year 2. By the way, if you accidentally don't remember, oh, what year? Move it over. Oh, it doesn't let me move it over. Okay, so you see which year you're on. Then you can go back and then make sure that you're in the right year. Okay, this will help in case you did 10 already, you know, and you don't know which one you're on. And then go Halloween from action plan start, send automatically, add and close, and there you go. So again, keep adding more and more. That's it. When you're finished, scroll on the bottom right, click save and close. Here's my Halloween. Once you have it, like once you have this set up to apply this plan, you go to contacts. One thing I like to do, remember you can do the global, this right here, the global edit. I don't want to, this can let you do up to 5 at a time. You see, I can select 5 people at a time, and then I can go to action, start an action plan, and then select Halloween. That's how you can start the action plan. I don't like to do 5 at a time because if I have to disable, it disables all 5. If I have to disable the action plan, that's the downside of it. This one, unfortunately, you have to do 1 at a time. So action, start action plan for Dawn, and then I select here Halloween. And then start action plan. That's it. That's how I start the action plan. Okay. So, but you have to do this individually. All right. The next part, how do I know who has which action plan? You have to go back to action plan on the left side. If you started the action plans and you want to see who's in there, you know, who's receiving these cards, when, how often, whatever. You see when I go back to action plan, there's a tab here called started. Click that tab, and then I just started for Dawn, Halloween. You see that? So this is where you can manage it. And if you don't want to, you can click it. Actually, this is marked as done, so I can delete it. This is how I can stop it. Select, remove. So I can, this is how you can stop action plans if you don't want to send to those people anymore. Simply select and you can remove. Okay, back to action plans. Another thing you can do with action plans besides, automatic, these are awesome. Automatic, isn't it? So like, again, you get to pick and choose which holidays you want and choose the ones that are land on an exact date, like Valentine's Day, like New Year's, that's a good one. July 4th to our patriotic friends, right? All right. Okay, so besides automatically sending, you can also create, you see, checklists for maybe there's buyer checklist. Or what about if you just listed a property? I want the system, when I apply a plan, to remind me what to do after I list the property, right? So you can do that. To do that, I'm going to click add to create another template. And this one is this thing to do list. Okay, listing to do list. Then I click the drop down. When you list a property, first thing you need is an agreement, right? So you can set up an appointment with the seller. So the first thing I'm going to set up is an appointment. But you have to apply the plan, So on action plan start. So that's when you start, and then let's say that I like to meet at 10 a.m. It's a good time for me. So let's do a 10 a.m. appointments. Should be a couple hours. So let's do till noon. 10 to noon. Where's noon? Here it is, 10 to 12 p.m. Okay, and to remind me 1 hour. Okay. It'll send you an email that, hey, you have an appointment. And then you can also include in the notes, okay, bring a listing agreement, SRPD, etc. Okay, type in whatever you want, comparable market analysis, type in all that stuff. Presentation materials, whatever you want to include in there. And then when you're finished, add and close. There you go. Appointment. Next, after I get the agreement signed, then I want to list the property, right? So activity to do. Okay, so on action plan, 1 day. 1 day after, to list the property. So activity name, let's call this list property. Don't forget to do that. Okay, 1 day. You actually have 5 days, but I'm just setting it up for 1 day. Add and close. Then I'm going to add another to do. After I list it, what do I need? I need to take photos, right? So name it, take photos, and submit to listing. So do that. This one, let's do 1 day. Let's do it 1 day after I list the property. So select after another activity. So 1 day after I list the property. So this one I chose after another activity, after I list the property, 1 day to take photo. Email reminder 1 day before. That's good. Okay. Add and close. So there you go. Next, you can do assign a lockbox to do. There you go. Name it. Also, after I list the property. And then close. So you can add all the to-dos. You can do to-dos for follow-up calls, property showing, open house. This is for buyers right here. But appointments, if you want to do appointment. And then after 2 days, 3 days, let's schedule an open house with the seller. And this one we can do 2 days after listing the property. And then over here, email me 1 day before, that's fine. Add and close. So again, you can just simply list, it's like a list of to-dos, after listing a property, or you can do it for buyers. If you're representing buyers, checklist, inspection, make sure they need insurance, when to meet at the title company. You can schedule all that stuff in there. Appraisals, don't forget that. There's also, get all that stuff done prior to closing. All right. When you're finished, simply click save now and save and close. When you have this to-do list, if you want to apply this plan, you can simply go to the calendar up here. You see, I just click calendar, and let's switch it over to 31 days. I don't know why I have it on weekly. So I want to start this action plan. And to start this action plan, I go to action, start an action plan. And then listing to-do list, select it over here. And then let's say that the appointment is going to be next Tuesday. So on start date, you click the drop down. Next Tuesday is the 21st. There you go. But if you have this person, the seller on your contact list, you can also assign it to the contact right here. Click all, select him and select. When you're finished, start this action plan. And then on Tuesday, I have to meet and then list the property. And after this is done, then the other ones will light up, like the photos, the lockbox, and after those are done, then actually the 24th, it will automatically show the open house, like schedule the open house will automatically also show on the 24th, and it will send you a reminder the day before. So there you go. That's how we can create action plans. So the action plans can automatically send them on a specific day, but birthday is already created for you right here, but you can create other holidays here. And if you want to send them the birthday card automatically, don't forget, you need to have their birthday in their contact information. So make sure that you have contacts. That's why I added the column birthday. So this way you can see who has a birthday entered and who doesn't. You see that? And if somebody's missing their birthday, guess what? You need to double click, go in there to important dates and enter their birthday in here. Okay. There, that's for the automatic sending and also the action plans. So you can create action plans, to do's, things like that. So that was here again, action plans. And again, to monitor which action plan you've started, you go to the started tab and you can see who's have an action plan currently. Back to, let's talk about the leads. Yeah, the leads. So the leads, you have a lead generator that comes with this system also. Let's not forget, because I showed you in the market report, when you go to, when you post those on your Facebook business page, remember the Facebook business page. I have a business page called Las Vegas Statistics. And in here, when somebody goes in here and opens up one of these Henderson condos, I have that from my last class. And if they go here and they click information request, you see they fill this out, boom, boom, and an email. And then they can ask question here or tell you what kind of help they need, and click send. And simply that's how you can get a lead easily. But if you want to improve those odds or chances for somebody to contact you, right? Let's create it this time from, I'm not sure if you guys know, but, oh, kick me out. But when you go back into the MLS, you know that Matrix has a website. You don't have to use this one, but you can use it on whatever website you have. Like in Matrix, when I go into my Matrix, my information, there's a tab here called web page. The web page that I use uses my header, by the way. This header up here, you see I have a nice, beautiful background of Las Vegas. I haven't even filled out the information, right? So it has my full name, I can add my email, my office phone number. You know, I can add all that stuff here. So save it. There you go. The agent web page tab. Now on here, I can compose a message. Let me save this. It's just blank. You see, I have, if I go to my website right now, you see, here's this header, and there's no message here, nothing, you see. If I want to, I can put that, put a lead generator right here, if I want to. You know, something, when somebody goes to that website, boom, send me your information, let me know. Yeah, I can do that. With prospects, here we are back in prospects, right? So what I'm going to do is go back up here to configuration, back here again. This time I'm going to the binoculars, the leads right here, leads. So from here, I am going to add, and look, there is four types. Information requests, just in general, you know, like, hey, just send me your information. But then for buyers, they can also include, okay, you're planning to buy, what do you want? Single family, condos, what type of property, how many beds, how many baths, price range, things like that. There's also seller fields. Seller asks them, okay, tell me about your property. So this way you can have a head start, so you'll know that, okay, so he lives in this address. Once you pull up the address from the tax system, you can see, okay, what subdivision they live in, and you can take that information and you can do a quick comparable market analysis, so you can immediately get an idea the price value in that area, right? So when you know that will be the question coming up, they'll be asking you, how much is my house worth, right? So there you go. So you can get a head start when somebody sends you the information, right? Okay. And then there's the market report fields. So these are 4 different types. Okay. So let me start with, let's say I want to just do a general. Let's do a general info request. And then the lead source name, I can call it info request from my Matrix website, right? Agent page. So I know where this is, this source. And the keyword I want to assign them is Matrix agent. Let's make it look good. Agent web page. Okay, so create my keyword. I don't need an action plan. So thank you, blah, blah, blah. This is the message. After they hit send, they get this message. Thank you. We have received your request. We'll evaluate it and you will hear from us shortly. Then down here is the link. So that's it. So after I'm done with everything, I am going to simply click save and close. Boom. So now here is my custom info request. You see, I'm going to double click this. Here's just a link, simple link. I can copy this link. Oops, not all the way up there, just in here. This is the link. And then when I right click, I can copy and paste it into the address bar. But since I'm using Google Chrome, Google can automatically go to the page. Let me click go to the page so it's faster. And you see, this is just a simple one that asks them for their first name, last name, email, phone. And then you see what type of services do they want. So this one is just in general. You see, it could be either side, buyer, seller, whatever. Just send me your information and we'll start there. And then I'll just dig it out of you. But if you want a specific one for buyers and one for sellers, go to add and select buyer or seller. So this way you have the specific fields. Let me create the buyer so you can see it at least. Buyer. Matrix. Buyer. So this way I know if once they start contacting me. And then, we just went through this again. Don't start an action plan, the message they get after they hit submit or send. And then let me save and close this one. So this one is for the buyers. So I'm going to double click it. I'm going to highlight this and go to that page so you can see the difference. So this one, you see, they fill out this is pretty much the same information. Send me your information. And then below, it asks me, okay, if you're buying a house, when are you planning to move? What is your current status? Which region they want to buy? So which city? It's kind of nice to know that, right? What type of property they're interested in? Budget? How many beds? How many baths? And they can type more details down here. So this is the one for the buyers. And the one for the seller, let me close them out. Looks like this. When I go to add, seller fields, this one, custom lead, call it matrix seller lead, and then just call it the same matrix seller lead. And then over here, same thing, message. Let me save and close. There we go. So now this is the one for the seller. Double click it, highlight it, go to that page so you can see the difference. So this one is for the seller. And the seller, again, ask them for the same information up here, but this time you ask them about their property, you see, about your property. So region, they can put in which city, street number, street name. By them just entering the address here, you all can already dig up their information through the tax records. So this way you can find out, how long they've lived in there, and then you can just simply do a comparable market in that general area. Okay, what type of property they live in or they own, year built, lot area, living area, beds and bathroom. So there you go. So there's that information. And after they fill this out, they hit send and you get that information. These links are already created. So I can just simply take the links up here and I can put them on anything I want. You can put them, I don't think, except for social media, I don't think they let you do that, do they? Facebook has created so many, they started blocking so many things. I think let me see if I can even create a post on my business page. Let me paste that. You see, that's the link. You see, evaluation request, post. Let me see if it let me post it here. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. So you see, I can post this. So somebody can just come to my Facebook business page, click here, boom, it takes them right here. Let me see if it lets me do it on my personal page. It's an adventure every day with Facebook. I think this will block me, I bet you. Paste. Post. Oh, it lets me. I don't know how long you'll let me, but it lets me. Okay, so there you go. You can post those on websites. Let me delete it before Facebook changes their mind. Where's delete? Oh, move to trash. Just scroll down. There we go. Okay, so there you go. So you can use those links. Now, if you know how to do the HTML codes, we can frame it also, the link. So let me show you. Let's take it a step farther. Okay, let's get out of the social media and let's return back to Prospect. All right, I'm going to open Notepad so I can illustrate what we're doing here. So we're still working with the matrix seller lead, okay? So I'm just going to copy. Let's say I want to put this on I didn't mean to go. Okay, right click, copy. There we go. This time I selected the correct one and then paste it here. So here's the address. You see that? The entire URL. So that's the URL. Okay, let me minimize this now. Down here, when I scroll down, you see there's a button here called download instructions. This is if you want to frame it, put in a frame link so you can put it like in an HTML code and embed it into your page. So they don't have to click on, you can either use the link or embed it to your page. When you embed it to your page, people can just go to your page and type in that information. They don't have to open a link. So download instructions, how to do that. I've done it 10 times, as you can see. Double click it. And here's the instructions. So I'm going to just jump down. This has to do with Java and JavaScripts. You see that. But on page 2 or 3, where is it? Did I pass it? I passed it. All these fancy things you're learning today. Oh, here, page 2. You see where it says frame link to an iframe? That's a frame link. Okay, this allows you to embed it. So I'm going to take this. You see, I just highlighted it. I'm going to copy it also. Right click, copy. Okay, so here you see it. You see the link, right? I'm going to hit enter, enter, enter. And I'm going to paste the frame code, source code here. So there you go. So all I'm going to do is take this link, okay, and replace this. You see what I'm doing? Because I don't want them, I want to frame this link in my page. So I want to frame this. So I'm going to take this out. You see what is in quote where it says HTTPS in the quotes. I'm just going to backspace that. Now I'm going to take this, copy. You see, I'm going to put my insertion point in between the quotes and paste, or do Control V in case you have shaky hands. Control V. And there you go. That's how you can create. The next thing I want to do, you might want to do is play with the width and the height. Because if the height is too short, 550. So if they only see 550, they have to scroll down. That's okay. It's not the end of the world, but I can make it extended a lot taller so they don't have to scroll so much. So the height, let's do 900. You'll see why why in a minute. Actually, let me leave it at 550. So later I'm going to show you how you can edit this. I'm going to copy. Now, let's go back to Matrix. Remember this source button that we saw earlier when I was creating my email signature? Whenever you use the source code, you can even embed YouTube videos if you want to embed a video. If you guys are experts YouTubers. Okay. This looks like a commercial. Ravens, Raiders. I think that's safe. NFL. Okay. So you see on a YouTube video, if I want to take a YouTube video and put it on my website or on anything, that the source code, you click the share button and then embed. You see the embed has the less than and greater than sign. And then you can take this frame link, this whole thing, copy it and paste it. And that's how you can insert a video. So I'm just telling you that's similar to what we're doing. Okay, so here, you see, here we are editing my page again. So I want to click source. You see, now that's the button we're going into, source. And then I'm going to paste. You see this is my lead generator, but the height is still 550. I'm going to leave it like that for now so you can see how it looks. When I'm done, scroll down. Actually, it doesn't let me save it. I have to click source. Now scroll down. Now I can save it. So when somebody comes to my website, you see, it had nothing before, right? So now when I hit refresh, here is the lead generator. So they can scroll down. You see, now they have to scroll here. You see that? So if I don't want them to scroll, I'd rather have them use the big scroll here, because now they have to scroll twice. That's why you have to play with the height. So I can go back to matrix, go back to source code, source, find where it says height. It kind of moved it for some reason. You see, 700 is the width. That's not the width. They moved the height up here for some reason. So I find it, and then let's make it 900. And then preview. See if it looks good first before you save it. So now you see I don't have two scroll bars. And then when they're scroll down all the way, they finish filling it out, send, boom, I get their information, delete. I get the lead. Okay, so everything looks good. Go back to source, scroll down, save. So the difference again, you can see now from having the additional scroll, when I refresh this, now they don't have to scroll twice, just one big scroll here at the end. Okay, all right. So things you can play with in here, lead generators. So again, once you create the link, you can download the instructions if you want to create that embedding. Okay, but if not, if you think this is too much for now, this is all recorded, no worries. That's why some of you are asking for it. Oh, hi, Mark, you have a quick question. Can you sync calendar with your smartphone, tablet, or Outlook? Ooh, that's a very good question, Mark. Yes, you can. Over here, I like to use, the reason I understand that question totally is because I like to use Google, Gmail. Everything that I put in my Gmail, it goes to my phone. You know what I'm saying? So my Google Calendar, I love it. So right here, Google Microsoft integration. But for this, you need to contact their help desk. Simply click here first. It tells you to contact them. There's no additional cost. Last time they told me. I don't know if they have changed it, but last time they told me there's no additional cost. Simply give them a call to turn that feature on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stick around for the next couple of minutes. So this is pretty much it all. So you see, we kind of finished the class a little early because this is supposed to be just an hour class. I just added the lead function, so you guys have a little more to play with. Okay. And I'm going to stop the recording.